Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into my channel. Today we've got the Comfy Cubby Speed Build. This is part of the Build New Crest Challenge happening right now in SimsGrown. So if you're not already a part of our group, please come join us and help us build the perfect new crest. So this week you had to build a tiny home for a single sim household. They could have a pet, and it had to have a reading nook, and her favorite color was yellow, and it had to be done for under $50,000. So I did a 1-bed, 1-bath for $29,790. It's a 1-bedroom with a bonus reading nook, 1 full bath with laundry and space for all your flowers. Oh, that's right, and she wanted a space for her flowers. Everything you need is in this tiny home, is wrapped in this tiny home. So I found a picture on I think it was Google that kind of gave me the beginning vibe for this, I guess, because on the inside it's nothing like what I found, but I guess the exterior vibe is what I got from the picture. And I was going to make it red because that's what it was in the photo, and then I was like, wait a minute, her favorite color is yellow. No, I'm going to switch this up. So lots of landscaping, I really wanted... She liked flowers, so I figured, like, why not cover almost like not the whole property, but just enough. You'll see. So right now I'm working on the outside with all of the landscaping. I do put in a small pond, but it's not really like a fishing pond. It's more for aesthetics. So that's going to go in that little spot on the left, as you'll see in just a moment. I am loving that pond tool. I don't know about y'all, but I am absolutely loving it. Tell me your thoughts. Have you figured it out? Is there, what's going on with it? I've heard a few glitches. The other day, somebody couldn't place a pond because, what was it? It kept saying it needed to be in a room or something. I'm not sure what was going on with that. But are you having issues with it? Are you enjoying it? Tell me your thoughts. This is available to download in my gallery, SimsGrown, and I am so excited. I actually hit 10,000 downloads like a week or so ago. I looked again yesterday, it was like 10,200 and something already, and I'm like, yes! So go check out my builds. I get more and more downloads every day, and it's so exciting. I love it. I love it so much. I hit 1,000 downloads in November. And I was so excited about that. I was like, oh my gosh, I got 1,000 downloads. What? And it's not even a year later, and I'm up to like 10,000. So I'm like, yes, okay, keep the momentum going. Help me out. Check out my gallery. I have shells. I have fully furnished homes. I have tiny homes. I have restaurants, parks. I have a wedding venue that's been pretty popular. Just go check it out. I have all kinds of stuff, and I try to add new things to it. And if there's ever something that you're wanting to see, let me know down in the comments, and I will try my best to create something. I learn something new every day, so I'm not perfect by any means, but I make an effort and I will try my best to make it happen. So here I am working on the exterior. So I totally forgot. I'm like building this house, and I'm like, yeah, cute, love it. And then I'm almost done furnishing it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, where's my reading nook? So we do a little extension off the back, but it actually works really well, and it's super cute. I like how I did it. So I'm the one who wrote the thing, and I forgot I was supposed to put in a reading nook. Like, what? I just get lost into build mode sometimes, and I just go with it. So I have to rein myself back in. That's why I check before I post anything. I'm like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? So I use a little bit from a lot of the packs. I didn't do, sometimes I'll only do, 1 pack, or, some of my builds are I only used 1 pack, or I only used base game, and some of them like this, it's just a free-for-all. The Build New Crest Challenge, I pretty much always do a free-for-all because I want it to look as best as possible, and I don't want to have to limit myself. So I am loving this Build New Crest Challenge, by the way. I am seeing so many talented creators put their spin on things. And, you know, what I may see when I think tiny home is completely different from what somebody else sees in their head. And so it's so amazing watching all of these different people, because the guidelines are all the same, but it's like, what can you come up with in that range? And it's just open to interpretation, and they are turning out phenomenal. If you want to check out on my page, I do weekly videos that go out every Saturday for the Build Newcrest Challenge. So it's entries that I received and everything like that is walkthroughs of their entries. So, and it's like first person, like I go in, I hit tab and I walk through the house. So it's not just like a quick overhead view or anything. So go check those out. We are mobbing right along. I think we're in chapter 5 now, and I'm so excited. Like, I've pretty much already decided that after we finish Newcrest, we're moving on to a new town. I don't know which one yet, but we are moving on to a new town. So come and join us, and it'll be a blast. We are going to just build like the perfect Sims save, is what we should call it. Perfect Sims save. So anyway, back to this it's cute. I like it. Tiny home. I'm working in the kitchen, and I was walking at the end before I post anything. I always show my husband, and I'm like, what do you think? And he plays The Sims, but he does more for the gameplay, where I really like the building. So I'll be like, what do you think? You gotta walk through it with me, and he'll let me go through. And he actually really liked the kitchen. He was like, the kitchen's on point. And I'm like, yes. He actually, we use the same account because he doesn't play all the time. He's one of those gamers that plays like all different types of games. I mean, we have PlayStation, Xbox, Wii, the Nintendo Switch, the Wii's under the house. And then under the house, we have every Xbox, every PlayStation, a Wii. Like, we have a problem. And then we both have PCs as well. So we're a gaming household for sure. But he uses one of my houses for his Sims. He'll just go through the library and be like, okay, let me pick one here. So I did build him one house one day while he was at work. He was like, oh, this house isn't working or something. And so when he was at work, I opened up his save, and because he was using just like a base game house. And I'm like, what is this? No. So I used like the same lot and everything, and I rebuilt it. And I like totally bulldozed the whole thing and started over. And he was like, oh no, I don't want to have to lose any money, so I don't want a different house. And so I made it where I used the same amount that the house was worth. So he didn't even lose $1. Like, I actually think he gained like a couple $100 or something. Like, I was like, no, he will not lose money, but I'm making him something better. So I put that on the gallery. It's there. It's called like a husband's house or something like that. But he came home later, and he ended up loading up the game, and it took him a minute, and I'm sitting there. I'm kind of watching, but I was playing my game. I didn't want to be obvious. And all of a sudden he goes, that's what? I don't think this was my house. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, this wasn't my house. No, this wasn't where the bathroom was, did you do something to my house? And I was like, what do you mean? That's the same house you left for this morning. So that was good for a laugh, and he did use that house for quite a while, but then eventually he needed more space, so he went shopping in my gallery and found himself something. I think he's doing the Willow Fortress one right now. So, he said that there was his sinks kept disappearing in that build. So if you have downloaded that build, let me know if you're having the same problem with the sinks disappearing, because I may need to like re-upload it and mess with it a little bit, because I don't want people losing sinks when they load up the game. So, or I don't know if he placed it without the BB move objects. Like, he doesn't really play, so I don't know what happened, but let me know in the comments if you have played in that house at all and if you are having similar issues. So right now I'm working in the bedroom. I really wish that they would add more bedroom like clutter. I feel like I'm using the same stuff over and over again, and I just wish they would just add, I don't know, More shelving would be great, like just clutter items, like books that lay down flat. I keep telling myself I'm going to learn tool mod, and I've tried it a couple of times and I never last very long, and most of the time I just end up getting frustrated because the pieces I really want to rotate won't rotate within the game, and then I don't know, I've just had problems with it, and I keep being like, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate like a whole day and just dive deep and get this thing figured out. And then I don't, and I'm like, I'll build instead. So I really wish that they would add some clutter items like that where we didn't have to use the tool mod, or add a function in the game where you can rotate items any way that you want to. I know that would be way more difficult. Like, I'm clearly not some programmer or something that knows how the back end works. I'm just saying that I think it would be really cool if they could add it. I try not to be too hard on EA. They do work hard, and I mean, they're humans. Like, sometimes they're gonna put out a dud. It's just the way that it is. But however, even if it's a dud to you, somebody else was so excited about it. So try to keep that in mind. And I've been trying to be more conscious of it. Like, when a pack comes out and I'm like, ugh, like the Star Wars one, perfect example. I was like, oh well, whatever. Like, I still support them. I bought it, like, whatever. I just didn't really play like the gameplay or anything. So, but some people were so stoked about it. And so no need to rain on their parade. Just try to find the silver lining in it. There could be, I am obsessed with that circle, that half a circle bar or whatever. There's a really nice rug that I use all the time. I mean, there's build mode items, and there's items from that I do use, and I'm grateful for those items. So, try to keep positive. That's kind of like the whole vibe of SimsGrown, is we try to keep it positive, like, be uplifting. Like, you can have an opinion and you can say, like, I'm not really excited about it, but I bet you there's a bunch of people who are. It's okay to not like something, but we just try to keep it like lightweight and happy, and no need to rain on somebody else's parade. That's not how we operate in SimsGrown. Don't rain on somebody else's parade, or the creator, aka myself, is going to come after you. So, in a nice way, of course. I'm sweet. But here's the little outdoor space where she could come and, make some bouquets or plant some flowers. Back to the front. I always forget the dang trash can, but I did not do it this time. I ended up putting it in the back door. For some reason in my head when I'm building, I always think that the trash can needs to go at the front of the house, because in my head they have to wheel it down the driveway once a week, and I have to tell myself, like, no, it's Sims. They never actually have to do anything with it. But here is the walkthrough. Thank you for making it this far. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!